Greetings, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. This is Helene Harris, and we're going to start our Zoom recording for our little group on how to develop your spiritual GPS. And I'm really excited that you're here. So we're going to be working on this, and what I would like to start with is a brief meditation because it puts everyone in a better place and me. So take in a few deep breaths. Close your eyes. How do we mute the sound of that, Lisa? We didn't turn off the sound of them coming in and out. All right, so close your eyes. And imagine a beautiful golden white light above your head. And as you do that, imagine bringing in the beautiful energy of spirit and of love. And feel that energy opening the crown of your head and floating down into your body and relaxing you. Relaxing all the muscles in your face and your body, just letting them go. This is just a brief relaxation to allow you to feel more centered and to bring you more present here in your body. So as you breathe in that golden light, imagine breathing out the stress and the tension of the day. And imagine just letting go and letting go. And feeling yourself coming more present, being here now, and focusing on what's important for you to learn and grow in, and what you would like to gain from today. And as you breathe in the light, just imagine it relaxing the muscles in your head and your neck. And imagine that energy just flowing down your back and your chest. And just letting go of any of the yucky stuff you may have picked up today or this week. Just feel it leaving your body. Letting go, letting go. And just allow your body to relax, coming more present. And imagine just dropping down into your own body and noticing what you're feeling. What you're feeling physically and what you're feeling emotionally. And let yourself notice what's important for you to take away from today. What would help you the most? I am going to be sharing intentions, and we're doing a brief little meditation to just allow you to come into your own center and relax more fully and be more present. And for those that tend to do multitasking, I suggest you turn off some of the other pieces of equipment and devices you may use normally and be here now. This is a time to be here now for you to gain the most that you can from what we're going to be talking about today. And we're going to be talking about and working with how to develop your spiritual GPS. Tuning inside to your own intuition, to your own inner knowing, is a form of your GPS. It actually can guide you to all kinds of things in your life. And so my intention today is to assist you to have a greater understanding of your own GPS system and what it means and how it can enrich your life, love, and your career, and how it can increase abundance and health, and also in relationships. As we learn and practice how to go inside more and quiet ourselves and stop reacting to every little thing out there, we're more in charge of our life and in charge of our bodies and in charge of what happens for us and to us. And I'll share with you some tools you can take away with you And we'll do a deep process to allow your own intuition to open up and for your body to relax even more fully than what we just did for a couple of minutes. And later on, I'll do another little preparation exercise and getting quieter. And opening to your own inner guidance and knowing your higher self and the angels is also about allowing you to open what's called the third eye in the center of your forehead, actually in the center of your head inside. The pituitary and the pineal gland are also involved. And my intention is for you to feel lighter and freer, maybe even more joyful and relaxed at the end of tonight. So now it's your turn. If you want to go into the chat, and those who are on a computer or online, or I think you can do it even with your phone, and you can actually type a message in and share with me, what's your intention for today? What would you like to get out of it? Because if you can do that, then I can also possibly even when I'm doing a process or something like that, share with you more fully what to include what you're wanting to take away from today. So if you'd like to do that, this is a good time. What do you especially want to shift and to learn about with your spiritual GPS and how it can develop more fully? And we will do a process to do some good reprogramming of the issues later. And what I'd like you to do is start by calling in your guides. I believe in guides a great deal, even if you don't know you have any. We all do. So I'm going to say some words, and I'm going to leave space for you to repeat it, okay? And you can change the words so they feel better, and so they're more comfortable for you. And if you'd like, you can use the words that I'm using. All right. So, to begin, I call in my guides, guardian angel and higher self to come in. And God, or you might use the word spirit or light or the universe. I ask that you assist me daily as I grow and release the obstacles to my connecting more fully with my inner guides and feeling quiet and peaceful inside. Please guide me in what is my highest priority for me to deal with tonight and to focus on. I ask for all the things to come to me easily and for my highest good and the highest good of all concerned. All right, take in a breath and let it go. This already begins to change your energy vibration so you can experience greater love and a fuller and richer life on all levels. Most importantly, for myself and then for clients, I've had to learn to grow into finding that quiet, calm place inside, even when things around me are falling apart. Like the last 2 weeks or so, we've had a couple of earthquakes, and the second one was really quite a bit stronger. And I've been through some big earthquakes in the past, and so have many people I know. So it's like how to remain calm when something's moving back and forth and the ground under you is moving too. It takes practice. And meditation works very well for that. So let me share a little bit about my background and how I came to this work, okay? As a child, I often knew when things would happen before they occurred. And because of the difficult childhood I had with my mother being a borderline personality disorder, I developed the ability to know when she was outside the house what her mood was. So I could tell if it was safe before she entered if it was safe for me to be in the living room and the kitchen and so forth, or if it was wiser to run to my bedroom and with homework or whatever excuse I came up with. Because if she was angry, she could go into one of her many rampages and rages. And I hated that. I did learn how to deal with it, but I never liked it. So I developed these empathic abilities out of necessity. And many people do. Many people develop their intuitive capabilities because they needed them. I also believe we're born with them, and I firmly believe everyone can develop them and expand on your experience with them. Because of my rough childhood, I became an atheist for a while, and then an agnostic. And a man our first date had said to me one evening, "Look in my eyes and breathe with me." And I had an experience of becoming one with the light and everything, all plants, animals, all people. I knew we were all connected. I could feel the connection and sense it. And this was an amazing experience for me. What I didn't know at the time is it actually replicated what I did in a past life as a tantric priestess. So the breathing and connecting with someone that way took me into this experience of oneness with spirit and the universe and source, God. Now, this pushed me to do lots of personal healing work and try and release a lot of my emotional wounds. Since I didn't find traditional therapy that effective for me, or effective enough, I turned to alternative approaches and spirituality. And at one point in time, I did an inner guide session with someone, and I met my first guide. It was a monk who didn't even speak to me, or ever speak to me, because he was quiet. And I was never quiet. I had this severe kind of anxiety. Some people do more depression if they go negative, others do anxiety. And that was what I was doing. But I felt peace and love, and not dependent on a man for the first time in my life. So that was a great experience for me. And from then on, I had many experiences of going into that state and that experience. What I'm going to suggest you do later is put your questions, and I see a question here in the question box and the chat box, and I will answer them later today at the end. And if I don't for some reason, you remind me and I will do it, okay? So I like the question that's come in, and we'll answer it later. But I will address it actually because it's an important thing. I did this inner guide session, and it was a monk, and it was quiet. Now, what I found is I didn't necessarily still believe it yet. It took a long time before I could trust inner guidance. I would actually begin working with clients who were very angry, but they would get calmed down in a session, no matter the technique I was using, if I told them to call in their guides and angels, even if they didn't fully feel it. The thing is, your guides will not intervene if you don't specifically ask them to do that and to help you with something. So learning how to talk to them and learning the way your guides communicate with you is very important. But what I did feel, and what many clients began feeling, was more compassion for them, for themselves, and for others. And I found some began feeling love for the very first time. So I got more into working with guides for that reason, because it did so much. Now, this was a real catalyst for me to become what I would call an integrative therapist. And I've been a therapist for over 30 years, incorporating traditional methods, but many leading edge techniques, many spiritual techniques and energy modalities. I've worked with a shaman over 30 years because I didn't particularly find, as I said, therapy effective enough. Mainly because I was so in my head, it was hard to get through to me, which I see happens with many people. So I know how to talk to those head peoples, even if I don't say the word right. So what emerged for me was a system to use for myself and for my clients. I love teaching clients my energy management system, covering how to shift your emotions, how to change your negative beliefs, and reprogram your old behaviors into more effective ones that you prefer having. And it's a really important thing to do. And I still have to do it sometimes. Life gets a little nutsy. All you have to do is live here in our country and it's nutsy. So the other thing I found, the more I healed my personal issues and embraced spirit, the more my gifts and intuition opened. That's what it took. Healing all my, not all, because I think there's still some, but most of my emotional garbage. I also learned the hard way what happens when I don't listen to that inner voice. I was with a group of people, I think it was 27, from California, all buying investment properties in Phoenix before the whole real estate and economic collapse. And I had gotten this very uncomfortable feeling in my stomach that, well, maybe I shouldn't buy that property, even though everyone was buying 1, 2, or 3 properties. But I ignored my gut feeling and bought one anyway. Needless to say, I lost that property and most of my retirement savings. That was followed by my income dropping to 50% in a few months, and I think it was 2009. So I learned a very bitter lesson about what happens when you don't listen to that inner voice that's trying to give you good information. And that's part of why I'm teaching this class. You really have to get quiet enough to listen to the inner voice and pay attention. And it doesn't knock on your door and say, I'm your inner guide, if you're not going quiet enough into meditation or whatever. And I train people with processes to do that. And life can be difficult at times, and we can get scattered. And I know some of you out there get scattered. So since I've always used inner and outer approaches to make any real changes, that's what I did to recover financially. I went inside to heal. I worked more with my shaman. I worked with other healers. I released my financial fears and issues that came up, and there were plenty of issues, by the way. And on the outer level, I also worked with a business coach and other people. So I combined a lot of things, because for me, I never found doing one thing worked fully enough. I had to learn business technologies, even learning to use a computer. And even what I'm working on now, right before this call, is go, I'll screw up. I got scared. So there's always levels. Each time you move to another level, we're facing new fears. That happens too. So the combination of healing my inner fears and negative self-talk and issues about the newer business things I was learning allowed me to double my income. But I also lost a lot, so I was just coming back. Plus, I keep learning new healing modalities so healing can be faster and allow miracles to occur. And what's been happening, I've witnessed more miracles in this past year for clients and myself than I ever have before. So I'm really ready to share my system with you so you can enjoy a fuller and richer life. That would be so much fun. So I get thirsty. This training today is right for you. If you have trouble making important decisions in life that are the right decisions for you. So you're interested in learning more about how to develop your inner GPS. Or if you've experienced your intuition sometimes and you want to know more how to be more effective with it. Or maybe you have difficulty prioritizing what you need to do and when, or even how. Maybe you want your life to be smoother and get into life's flow. See, there's an energy flow in the universe, and when we can allow ourselves to get into that energetic flow, everything is like magic. And if you want to learn how to do it, some of that we're going to deal with in this class, because it's an important thing to do. Or if you're not bringing in enough money. If any of these are true for you, stay on the call. You'll find out lots of valuable information. And I hope you come away getting what you want from it. Okay. So today, I'm going to talk about, and we will cover, how developing your intuition can benefit you. And we're going to explore the 5 mistakes people make that blocks their intuition. And I'm going to also cover how you turn around these mistakes and learn how your intuition could guide you to inspired action, saving you time and money. And you're going to gain some tools into the power of intuition. Okay, we'll also do a powerful transformational process to open your third eye more and increase your intuition so you can rapidly magnetize vibrationally matched friends, clients, love relationship, opportunities, or a place for you to live right now, okay? So you'll get some of the steps to help you connect with your intuition. Stay on until the end of the call, and I'll share my simple secret formula to eliminate procrastination for spiritually guided folks. And at the end of the call, I'll choose one person for a $100 gift. Okay. I'm going to also share how you can get free coaching and support to have more success in developing your intuition. So stay on until the end and get a chance to find out about the next steps you can take to make a major shift in upgrading your life. Now, I will give you all I can while we're together and show you where and how you can get more information so you can increase your intuition and magnetize what you truly desire. So I hope you have in mind what you truly desire, because we're going to work with it a little later. And that is my promise to you. There's no accident you're here. Something wants to be birthed in you now. Your next step, your greater intuition, maybe freedom from unnecessary concerns, be it money, relationship, love, health, whatever it is. I will give you everything I can in this call, and I'm detached from any specific outcomes. Okay, now we are really in a major shift in what is happening in the United States and actually in the world. And let me explain what I mean. Part of this change included world alliances changing, as well as major weather changes such as global warming. Yes, it's actually a warning, and some people are ignoring it. Even though many are experiencing uncertainty, I'm seeing more and more groups online and businesses talking about love, compassion, and collaboration in business, in money making. I believe our world is actually going through a call to higher consciousness, a call for us to find new ways of living and new ways of doing business, new ways of doctoring maybe, well, definitely, instead of only what's in it for me. A wave is already here to create from a collaborative effort and a win-win in all situations. And I firmly believe in that. There is a huge movement happening for us to accept, care about, and even love people from all walks of life, all colors, all sexual inclinations, and to bring about new ways of working with it, of doing business, of seeing doctors, of dancing, of moving, and whatever. To be able to come from your heart and your soul, plus wise practices, instead of only coming from money and manipulation. I believe what's going on in our country is a demand, a real demand for raising consciousness. And I'm excited about it. Are you with me? Anyone out there? If so, write yes in the chat box. I want to see if any of you agree with me on that. And if you're not on your computer, I won't see it. But I would like to know later, okay? Because it's a very important thing that's happening. You see, change brings fears and discomfort for most of us. What used to work in getting jobs or business or even with education is no longer working the same way anymore. So we need new ways of doing things. But when we include heart, soul, gut, and our intellect and our mind, much more can happen in different ways. And also if we allow our creative bent. See, many people come here with gifts, And we're all now being pushed to grow and change and look for new ways to make a better world for our children, our grandchildren, and definitely deal with global warming. You can see that's up for me recently. Our weather even today and what's going on in the Gulf is concerning for many, many people. Okay, so I really see this as a planetary global spiritual journey and awakening. And I really saw it beginning in 2012. And now it's time to focus on first, this is the first thing. How can I heal and grow and be the best me possible? How can I serve and not only sell and make money? How can I love and take care of me first, my family, while enjoying and loving and thriving from the work I do? And how can I truly receive and give back to life? For the codependents out there, I want to remind you to first take care of you, because an empty vessel has little to give. And that used to be me many a year ago. And it's time to find out what your truth is that you need to speak and what you need to do. So that's what I'm all about helping people do. So what does all this have to do with our topic, developing your spiritual GPS? Actually, a lot. Oh, look, I see many people saying yes and they agree. Good. And some privately. That's cool. Yeah, this is a very important time, and I want to go for it. And I want to help people do it. You see, that's fun for me. I'm a real empath, so I feel people around me. And so I feel better when everyone around me feels better. That's just the deal for me. Okay. So what does it have to do with spiritual GPS? A lot. When we allow ourselves to get quiet and peaceful inside, even briefly, we can tap into it. I'm grateful to have a whole team that works with me. So what you might ask is, so what's the benefit of your intuition and your GPS? Well, what it does, it assists you to know what path is best to take, your true purpose, where and when to look for work or business opportunities, who's the right teacher, mentor, coach, therapist, doctor, attorney, gardener for you, or whatever you're looking for. And for you business folks out there, which clients are really interested in your work, product, property, or services, so you don't waste your time courting those who won't really work for you or get pissed what they're not accepting what you're doing. Or who is your good potential partner for you, or how to handle situations, especially for those who are anxious. Opening to your intuition calms you down and brings peace and the sweetness of life. And for those who do depression, you feel more energy and aliveness. It's a reawakening of passion. And I suppose that's why I like it. I live passionately. Life becomes easier, more flowing, sometimes exciting. The right relationship comes to you. Okay. Many years ago, I had a terrible fight with a partner of mine. And I meditated and I prayed and I begged the angels. He's not hearing me. He doesn't understand what I'm saying. He's so wrong in what he's saying. He's so unreasonable. And I'm sure some of you have felt that sometimes. Much to my amazement, the next morning, he woke up and suggested that we do exactly what I was telling him all along. But it was his idea, so he could listen to it. All right. So even when something isn't working right, often the intuition will reveal our next area of growth or development or evolvement. That's why I'm so excited to do this webinar with you. You don't even have to fully believe in guides. I worked with guides a long time before I did. And I found amazing things when I would suddenly start asking clients at the beginning of a session to call in their guides and angels too. Suddenly, the processes I used before became a lot more powerful. EMDR, EFT, emotional freedom technique, and hypnosis the results I was getting were massively increased. And so I found that exciting. And I also found it much easier to have people finally open their heart to love and feel it coming from their guides or their guardian angel and source, even if they've gone through an amazing amount of crap. And sometimes people have. And to me, that's a miracle. I remember doing one session not that long ago where a client came in suicidal, and she left feeling great because she could feel the love from her guides and spirit. So, all right. I have all these mistakes that create blocks to your intuition, but I also feel a need for us to go inside a bit. So what I'd like you to do is close your eyes again. And take your awareness from your mind and drop down into your heart. If you can't go there easily, just imagine a ladder going down to your heart and focus on your emotional heart. Imagine opening the door to your heart, because some of you have blocks to it. Some of you it's concrete, some of you just a flexible door. Step over the threshold and go inside. This is your sacred heart space. And make it beautiful, create it beautiful. And if you've gone in there before, fine. And if you're making it new, make it beautiful. Whatever makes you feel good, whatever energy, whatever colors. And let your heart open to you. This is all about loving you and valuing you and forgiving you, as well as others. But if you don't do it for you, you won't for others. So feel that love and that light inside you. And call in your higher self. And as you call in your higher self, ask for it to love you, to merge with you in your heart so you feel love. And let yourself relax more fully. And ask inside your higher self or your guides or anything you can, what's most important for me to get from what we do? I know some of you were here at the beginning and heard me ask that, but focus on it now and let your heart open more to you. Even if you screwed up today or last week, we all make mistakes, and I make plenty. This is about being generous with your own love for you when we make mistakes. Good. And now imagine the energy coming down, all the way down in front of your spine, down your body, to the base of your spine, and let it flow down into your legs. Imagine the energy coming all the way up, down from source, from God, from the universe, through your body into your legs, down to the soles of your feet. And now from your tailbone, imagine a beautiful energy cord going into the very center of the earth and kind of curving around in the center of the earth is a big ball of high vibrational frequency energy and crystals, the crystalline level. And imagine just plugging into it and feel the slow moving, quiet energy of Earth, of Mother Earth. Call her in if you'd like to. And imagine Mother Earth loving and supportive, often more loving and supportive than our own mothers have been. Mother Earth helped me feel love. And feel her loving you, accepting you wherever you're at. Good. Now bring that energy up your body, up the earth, into your body, I should say. And let it come up your body now. All right. And now I'm going to share with you mistakes people make and the blocks they create to their intuition. Okay, and then we're going to do more with this later. All right. So one mistake people make is they're often blocked in their first chakra. The first chakra is at the base of your spine, and it's connected to safety, belonging, and trust. And if you have any issues with that, it's created many problems for you in your life, because you'll close off this chakra and it creates imbalances then in the second chakra, which is your energy center for relationships, love, and sex. So that'll be messed up and screwed up. And the third chakra, which is your power center. So any limiting blocks and negative emotions will distort any information you get, okay? And it won't be accurate. Whatever you're perceiving about reality will be twisted, guaranteed, okay? And it's very hard to believe we do that, but we do. All right, so the second mistake is making some bad decisions by listening to what others tell you to do. Now, sometimes they may have good advice, but you have to really weigh what people tell you and who's telling you. You choose a business or career because a parent or a teacher suggested it, instead of doing what feels good for you or right for you. And since it's not aligned with your energy or your motivation, it doesn't work out so well for you. Or you decide on a relationship partner because your family thinks it's right and it's not who you are, but you marry them anyway. And years later you realize, oh my God, what did I do? You know, and that happens a lot. So you have to forgive yourself and move on and heal. All right. The third mistake people make that blocks their intuition is a tendency to focus on what you don't have or what is negative about you that will make it difficult for you to contact your guides. When you focus on what you don't have, you are increasing the lack of what you want to keep coming to you, because you're focusing on it. What you focus on, you get more of. So if you're concerned, you can't write a good letter or a business letter or material, and you focus on, I can't write well. And you see, sometimes I've done that, so I know this one. This freezes your energy, so you really can't write well. In fact, it's a guarantee. You're right. The old negative self-talk then guides what you bring and you believe is right. See, I have more proof. Of course you have more proof. By believing it, you create more of it. Annoying, isn't it? So if you're worried about money and you keep thinking about, I don't have enough money, I don't know how I'm going to pay the bills, and what'll I do then? You actually create more money deprivation. And you activate the money deprivation vibration and magnetize that to you. So that's what will happen. You increase what you don't want. All right. The fourth mistake, you know, those hunches and feelings you get are often your intuitive messages, but you may not believe them, so you don't follow them, or you may not know the difference and how to tell. Well, first of all, the guides always come to you with love. That's one way. You always feel love around them. One of my clients was wanting to work. She really needed to get to work. So she was interviewing for a particular job, and she had this funny feeling in the pit of her stomach that it didn't feel quite right. And she didn't listen to it. But she wanted a job desperately and took it anyway. Within a short time, she realized her boss often yelled at the employees, and finally one day she made a mistake and he yelled at her and actually cornered her against a wall. She was afraid to get any job after that until she realized she did get a message before she took the job, but she ignored it. Just like I ignored it with my investment. So if you don't trust what you get, that's a big problem. So when we worked together, I showed her one of the 3 steps to tune in to her body to get greater clarity. You have to be able to tune into your body and your different energy centers. And I taught her how to sense the energy of any business where she was being interviewed, so it wouldn't happen again. and she could feel safer on a job, or whether you're looking for an apartment or a house. You can feel the energy, you can sense it. Some of you see things, some of you hear. We have different intuitive gifts. So this is in my class in the program. I think it's the second or third class. Gavin D. Becker, who wrote The Gift of Fear, Survival Signals That Protect Us from Violence, says, intuition is always right in at least two important ways, too. It is always in response to something. It always has your best interest at heart. So intuition can save your life. And make no mistake about that. It's really very effective when you get used to working with guides. All right, mistake 5 is using a scattered approach to access your guides instead of having a system. You need a system for everything. It makes life easier. And I know creatives and spiritual people, yuck, a system, I don't like it. I don't like being tied down to that. But actually having a system frees you to be more flexible and creative, because once you learn the system, you can still be free of it and decide when it's okay to do this instead of that. You know, think of making a cake. If you're making a chocolate cake, you learn how to bake, you follow recipes, and as you get good at it, you can add a little bit more chocolate or a little less of this, but you still know the basics and what's really important to do. And that's the same thing with learning a system and how to access your guidance. Once you're accustomed to contacting your guides, you just call them in. But at the beginning, it helps to have a structure. You need to clear your negative energy and so forth. Plus, you need a system. It also involves your body, your mind, your spirit, all of it, for it to work well. So my system for contacting guides includes connecting with your entire body, your energy body, your auric field, and a number of other areas as well. Okay. I know I'm talking so much, so write your questions down. Okay, so how do we turn around these mistakes and accessing your GPS? First of all, to access inner guides, it's all about coming from love. They bring love, harmony, peace, and joy to us. So we first need to focus on self-love and loving others to begin making stronger contact with them. We also need to forgive ourselves, yes, and sometimes others for the mistakes. We have to appreciate our humanness and everyone else's. If we're here on earth, we're here to grow and learn, even if we don't know it. All right, so the number one mistake people make was about blocking their emotions. So starting with the first chakra, by clearing the energetic imprint and blocks, you allow yourself to access your own feelings, your power, and your intuition. That way, you can live from your center and relax the hypervigilance and connect much more authentically with spirit. Otherwise, you make poor decisions. One client was looking to rent a room. She didn't check with her inner guidance, and she was miserable. The next time she needs to rent a room, she's being very careful who she goes to, and doesn't even go to the places that her guides are telling her not to go to. Second one was about listening to others instead of yourself. So parents may love you very much, but they don't always know what's best for you. I worked with Tom, who had trouble passing, who became an attorney because his dad was a top attorney. But he hated being in court. When he got in touch with his inner guides, he found out he could use the skills from law school in negotiating. He was great at it and loved it. And he did very well financially after that because he also knew the law. So his inner guidance would also direct him to go to certain networking meetings, which ones to go to, and when he needed to go and when he didn't. That worked well for him. And I find that true for me. You know, I'll ask inside, should I go this time? No, I needed to do this instead, or whatever. Yes, it's good for me to go. And then something wonderful happens, something really magical. So you really get to learn how to appreciate that kind of magical way of living. The third mistake was about negative self-talk and how to turn it around. We have to clear the negative self-talk. And I have a system, and see where I have it. Okay, so I'm going to try and share this with you, and I hope it doesn't screw up everything. Let's see how to do it. Now what did I have to do? Oh, I have to share. I want to share something with you. I have a 5-step spirit system for clearing beliefs. Oh, yeah, now where is the link? Lisa showed me before. Ah, there it is. Here we go. Oh, I think I have to move this over. There we go. And then I can do there. Five-step there. And let me know if you wind up seeing it. I can't tell if you're seeing it or, oh, I have to click share. Some of this is a little hard for me. I hope you're seeing it. Okay. Now I'm going to stop sharing it. Okay. So when we work with this, that's what some of you will get because you'll need to have it for yourself. All right. Oops. I want to share. Oh. Because I'm going to be sharing a few things with you. And that's a first for me to try and do it. So let me know if you were able to see it. It'll be novel for me that I did it right. How can you keep it to read it? Let me know, some of you who want it, and I'll send it to you later. That's how. Maybe it'll be tomorrow. How's that? My email address is healing@hzharris.com, and I'll send it to you tomorrow. That's how we'll do it. Okay. So the next one is not trusting what you get. Things work out so much better for you when you trust your intuition. And I've shared with you some stories what happens when people don't share their intuition like me. So when you begin asking about things, it's hard to get used to believing it'll work. So I suggest people, well, I'll tell you even more how to, I suggest you start with simple things first. You go with the simple request that you want to do and have. And when you see you get it and it works better for you, you'll begin trusting your intuition more. All right. And someone asked, how do I know if it's my guides or old tapes? First of all, it comes with love and it comes with a feeling of comfort and relaxation usually. And different people have different parts of their body where they get a knowing when it's right. It's either the heart or in here. They'll feel it. For some of you will feel it. For some of you, you'll get a message. Some of you will actually get words. We get it different ways. That's how. All right. The third way is having a scattered approach and not knowing what to do. And, oh, let's see. Well, I'll share with you my approach after when we're done. But you have to access them so it's easier for you so you get clarity. And you also become more familiar with your specific gift of intuition. So they begin connecting with you the way it's easier to connect with you. And it takes practice. Some of you get images, some words, feelings, some get complete messages. And that's part of the fun. All right, so now we're going to do a process. So get comfortable. And the process we're going to do is about opening your intuition from magnetizing what you desire. Okay. So we have already called in your guides. And if you haven't, do it now. And your higher self. And surround yourself with that light, that beautiful golden light again. And this time we're going to also call in the healing angels and guides and the archangels, Michael and Raphael, to be here for the highest good. Raphael is a healing angel, and Michael is a powerful being. And what you might ask your guides is, what's preventing me from opening my intuition more fully? And you might ask for it in whatever you're dealing with, whether it's health or career or money or relationship or whatever area. Be specific if you can. And now surround yourself with that full light. And as you breathe it in from above your head, just feel it going through your body and relaxing the muscles again. And now what I'd like you to do is imagine a golden rod from the crown down to your tailbone, about 1.5 inches wide. And from your tailbone, just feel that golden energy going down into your legs and feet. And we've already connected you down to the core of the earth and brought the energy back up. And as you connect in through the core of the earth with your energy, feel that warm, nurturing earth energy more fully this time. And let your body relax, breathing slowly, letting the energy of the earth nurture you, coming back up into your body now. And we're going to ask the white light energy, golden white light energy spiral, to help clear, cleanse, and open and activate your chakras. We're going to ask them to release each one at a time. So take a big breath in through your nose and breathe it out through your mouth. And imagine breathing the energy up through your legs and releasing anything from your legs, keeping you ungrounded, because we need to be grounded into the earth. Otherwise, we go into stress and anxiety and distorted beliefs. So we ask to be firmly and powerfully grounded into the earth. So allow your legs to feel stronger now and more powerful, feeling that energy come up and supporting you. We actually have chakras on the soles of our feet too. So now we're going to breathe that energy. We're going to ask the archangels Michael and Raphael to open and clear the root chakra, which is at the tailbone area. And this time we wanted to clear out so we can feel connected to our inner home, to our earth home. And it can heal anything. And just imagine any negative energy going into the core of the earth, burning up from each of the chakras. So if you have anything negative about safety and trust, just let it burn up in the earth. Let it burn up. And now let's go up to the sacral center, the sacral center, the pubic bone area, navel. And this is an emotional center. So all emotions, any emotions blocking your success and blocking love, let all that release into the core of the earth. Those negative relationships and conflicts, let it burn up. Whatever energy you're holding now, let it go into the core of the earth. Any negative energy. And now your power center, which is right under your ribs, your rib cage there, solar plexus. All right. And this is where your ego is, your persona, the identification of you and your will. All right. So let's release whatever is blocking you from there, from knowing you're meant to be yourself and fully doing what you love. So release any events, energies hanging on, Any negative things you've gone through, this is a time, throw it into that fire, let it burn, so you can have more power, balanced power, love and harmony. And now go up to your heart. And this is where I work a lot with people. And this is the one that really accesses the upper levels, but also guides. This is about love. This is about clearing anything negative, any lousy relationship energies, any past fights. Let it go. Let it burn up in the core of the earth, and let yourself see your part. This is knowing you're a joyous gift in God's eyes, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you've done. This is about healing your heart and the negative messages about not being good enough or not smart enough or not short enough or tall enough or anything enough or too much. Sometimes you're considered too much. You are already loved and you are already the beloved. So feel compassion pouring into you from the goddess energy, Kuan Yin, and let your heart be the bridge to the transcendental line. Now let's open the throat. This is self-expression and thoughts and feelings. So any negative messages you've taken in, it's time to release them. Any negative things you've said that you may be sorry for, forgive yourself and let it go. Let it go. This is to allow your divinity to come through the work you do. So you have to release fears of sharing your truth, fears of not being heard, so you don't speak up. And take in a deep breath and let out a sigh. So you can feel the opening in your throat opening. And do it again if you'd like. So you can feel a warm, gentle, loving, almost like a warm heating pad energy, warming your neck and throat and relaxing those muscles. Now let's go up into the third eye area and connect to the pineal gland as well for intuition, for knowing your spiritual connection and messages. And feel that light lighting up your third eye for a more powerful connection. And now the crown, the divine connection, enlightenment. Let yourself imagine the crown opening and add a pink light of love, if you'd like, to the healing purple flame for you to come through. And allow now the opening of your third eye to the degree you are ready for now. Are you really ready to see truth? Some of you really fight it. So breathe in the healing energy from above, allowing it to breathe out through your third eye. And let that structure open more fully. And ask your inner guidance, even if you're not sure they're here, what beliefs would be more serving for you. Maybe I am enjoying a creative, loving life or partner, or I have the best place for me to live, or I feel so good in my home, or I enjoy helping people, or help me open my intuition so I can have greater clarity and wisdom. And if you'd like to, you can repeat this. I'm ready and willing to let the gateways open to the intuitive flow of guidance, love, and wisdom come through me. As I live my life's purpose in my divinely guided love and life and endeavors. And feel that beautiful light pouring into you through the crown of your head and clearing and cleaning your third eye area and pineal gland. And if you wish, you can share. I am ready to shine in my divinely guided life. As I serve, and you can share what words you want to use here, paint, dance, sing, with love and joy. Oops. Well, love and joy. Okay. And I asked to share with love and joy anyone I contact, friends, family, partner, children, my vibrationally matched people that I encounter in my life in the highest possible way, bringing us all love, abundance, health, joy from spirit. And just imagine that light in your third eye now, and let it really light up. And now imagine a big magnet in your heart, magnetizing to you the right partner, the right job, the right opportunity, business opportunity, the right vacation, the right situation to you you're hoping for now. And imagine it from your heart going out clockwise, going, and let it just open to the universe. There you go. And just enjoy that. Take all this positive energy with you, love and balanced power from your heart and intuition into the next week. And imagine it flowing in a perfect way for you with the angels and guidance and your guides blessing you. Imagine a big light in your heart, just lighting up now, your heart light. We all have a heart light. And it's wonderful when you get to see it or feel it or sense it. Any way you do is perfect for you. And love and bless yourself. I love and bless you with source energy. And now allow yourself to be grateful and focus on what you're grateful for right now. Gratefulness is a powerful energy, and it brings to us what we truly want. So we're going to return, and as we do that, I want you to take with you all that powerful love and energy and gratefulness and compassion and strength, whatever you took from this process. And remember. So begin coming back. Feel your body, feel where you're sitting or lying down or standing. If you're sitting on a chair or a couch, whatever it might be. All right. Good. Now, if you have water nearby, it's a good time to take a drink. You should always have water nearby when we do a process here, at least with me, because it's a way of clearing the energy for you. And email me what comes up for you, or you can actually share it. You can share it with everyone now. All right. Okay. All right. So now, I hope you're feeling better from it. How many of you are feeling better? Just let me know, or write me, healing@hcharris.com. Okay. So what I do want to talk about briefly is about the program I am doing in Inner Guidance. And I'm calling it Inner Guidance Energy Techniques for Upgrading Your Life. And what I will do is, let's see, I have to move it over first so I can click on this. There we go. And I can share it with you. So I'm going to press the share button. Okay. So what we have is we have 4 classes, and I'm covering different things in each class, but it's really a powerful class. And it will be on starting August 1st on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific. Okay? Because I know some of you are on here from other places. All right. So, oh, now how do I get to what I want to share? Oh, I don't know how to get this up. Shoot. Oh. Oh, maybe this is it. I think it is. Maybe. Let me know if you can see an outline, because I won't know otherwise if you're seeing it or not. And if not, I'll tell it to you and I can mail it to anyone. Oh, someone's thought their heart was being like a magnet. How wonderful. Thank you. Wahoo is right. It is like a magnet. That's why I do these processes for me. It does magnetize love, and it magnetizes the right people to us. Yay! I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so I'm hoping you can see it, and I'm going to leave it up for a while. So the first class is about foundation for contacting your guides. We're going to deal with basic mindset stuff and principles. We're going to get into the types of guides and angels, and we're going to be activating an activation session for opening, centering, and grounding in a little bit more depth than we did today, or a lot more depth, actually. And we're going to also deal with how to tell you've made contact, because not all of you really know when you've made contact. And I want you to know, it's important. And also, we'll do a process on making contact. The second class is about conversing with your inner guides, on how to talk to them, how to ask for things, because there really are some specific ways. If you're telling them, I hate what I'm feeling and I want to feel better, you're saying, hate what I feel. That's part of what they'll bring to you. So you don't want to do it that way. So there really are specific ways to talk to them. And once you get used to it, it's actually very freeing. It's easier. So we're going to go into the angelic realm. And I'm going to, anyone who wants, I'm going to, at the end, send all of you a healing meditation and visualization. I use different levels of it and formats of it regularly for me, because I need something and I need it regularly. So it will help you. Actually, that's a good time when you can call in your guides to work with you and be with you. So you can incorporate that into the process. So anyone who wants it, I will send it to you, or anyone who's actually on the call, which means, I think Lisa said she can figure it out, because I'd like to be able to send it to all of you. All right, then we're going to do an opening heart energy for connecting to your higher self. And we are going to do some work on releasing limiting beliefs and issues that are blocking you. And go into how to converse with your guides, how to talk to them. All right, class 3 is going to deal with the shamanic realms, shamanism and the shamanic realms, and opening your throat chakra for easier communication. That's the big one. A lot of you were trained when you were younger to shut up, be quiet, or you were safer being quiet. Or some of you talked a lot to cover your real feelings, either way. Some do it one way, some another. So we're going to deal with that. And we're going to do some healing heart wounds. We may even get to the chant. Okay, on class 4, we're going to go more specifically into how to phrase your questions. And I want to do a rainbow chakra healing. Working through the chakras and keep clearing what's going on in you is really important. We're going to do the 5-step process. Well, I do that a lot of times. And the process for manifesting your goals, whether it's wealth, but I believe wealth is all areas. Wealth in love, wealth in health, feeling better, how to heal yourself. Because whenever you're not feeling good, there's a dis-ease going on in your body. And if you let yourself get quiet enough, your guides may be able to direct you what to do for healing. And I'm real clear why I keep doing healing processes with people. I feel better by doing it. because I know I'm being used as a channel for the energy. So considering I have quite a curved spine, I would be in a lot more pain if I didn't keep doing this work. So I keep doing it because I'm happier and I feel better physically and emotionally. Can't ask for more. So that's what we'll be covering. And so I'm going to end the share now. Let's see how I do that. I know that there's a way. Maybe. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hopefully you saw it. Is it off now? I don't know what you're seeing. I have no idea. Uh-oh. Did I end the whole thing? No. I still see this up. Oh. I have no idea what I did. There. Did anyone see what I had up? I'm not sure. Okay. All right. Okay, so only briefly you saw it. You should have seen it longer than briefly. I left it up a while. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the offer and then the procrastination. Okay, so it's 4 classes. We're going to start at 6:45 to 9 p.m. I'm planning August 1st. Okay, and you'll get some worksheets and handouts. Now, the cost is really $295, but the early bird is until July 16th. So I know some of you have the flyers that says something different, but this is when I finally did this call, so I figured it has to be after it. So 7/16 is Tuesday, okay? And after that, it'll be $270. So it'll be $295 after. So it's only $275 now. Okay, so let's talk about my simple secret for handling procrastination. Any of you procrastinate? I always have to deal with that one. With things especially I don't like doing. When I love to do something, it's easier. Maybe it's true for everyone, I don't know. So for anyone, one of the biggest issues connected to procrastination is the perfectionist. And I've been dealing that with my people for a long time. You may believe what you did isn't good enough because whatever you did is not quite perfect enough according to your standards or someone else you grew up with. And so you have fears of others judging you and judging your imperfection because you're judging it. So here's what you can do. You get in touch with your body and how it is giving you more accurate guidance. And we'll deal with this, I think it's the 3rd class. All right, and you feel into your body. Where do you feel it? Where do you feel the judgment? What is it about specifically? And you make the shift to, it is good enough for now. We need to create a mindset shift, okay? And we will deal with mindset shifts because it's a big deal. And we have to do this all the time. You know, I learned in doing business online that you don't wait until you have something perfect to put it out because it can be 5 more years. You do it when it's sort of good enough and then you revise it and do it better the next time. So anytime I do something, I want people to let me know how to improve it because I really do. I'll improve it more, okay? Including this class. So then you take action to create a momentum on one task that will help you succeed at what you want to do that feels easiest for you or the most fun. And then you need to be grateful and look for positive evidences on things that went right. This amps up your energy vibration and makes you more of a match to positive solutions for you and other people around you. So that's what we're going to cover in this class. And what I'd like you to know about, so for continued healing from today, do some breathing meditations, okay? Go outside and hug a tree. Sit on the grass, feel the earth energy. Oh, and I said the first 3 people who sign up, to sign up, you're going to need to call our office. So send me an email and we can do it all tomorrow or the next few days. I was hoping I'd have it online set up, but they didn't finish it yet. So it'll take longer for you to be able to sign up online. But you can sign up by just calling our office and we'll do it that way. So the first, I was going to say just 3 people, but already a couple of people already signed up. So I'm going to say for the first 4 people who sign up quickly, you'll get a 20-minute coaching or healing session with me on developing the clarity with your guides. So 20 minutes, okay? And so that's basically, its values over 100. It's probably about $130, okay? So it's 20 minutes. And so those of you who signed up will automatically get it, even if you're not on the call now. I need to let them know. So here's what I suggest you do. Sign up if you want a deep sense of wealth from the inside out, and you feel rich in the all-important areas of your life. And instead of living a compartmentalized life, you're more integrated, and it feels warm and gentle, even when you're alone. I think that's why I love doing this work, because I never felt that way when I was young. No matter what, I felt alone and empty and never good enough. And the last few years, I've gotten to a place where even in the middle of crap and shit going on, in between, I can feel great and I feel loved and I know I'm okay inside. And I'd like that for everyone and more. There's a lot more we can go to, the other levels and dimensions, and really play with each other on much higher levels. And I'd love that for us. So, and to create healing and much more love in the world, and compassion and understanding, and recognizing your own knowing and your own wisdom. So I think I answered that one question. Does anyone else have questions? I'll go look now and see if anyone is writing anything they want help on. Okay. You know, the talking you're getting is old tapes if you're hearing the negative words said about you, okay? There are times we do need to change things. And so they will say, you need to meditate more, you need to do this, etc. But they're not going to put you down and use negative words. If that's coming, it's your old tape. So that's one way you can look at it. There really are ways, because even when they give you messages, and there was one time the angels were really rebuking me for saying something to someone, and they were really angry at me, they still didn't put me down. So call me names or anything like that. So if you get that going on, it's your old tapes, okay? Anyone else have a question? I know it takes a bit of time for me to see it. Or if you have a question, you can ask it verbally. Raise your hand. There's a way to raise your hand. And then we can actually talk. So if I don't see anyone doing that, all right. So in that case, I'm going to sign off for now. But I really want to leave you with a deep sense of feeling the wealth inside you, so you can feel it outside as well. And sign up if you want to be able to feel that, and bring the joy, greater joy and love in your life, and peace, and really compassion. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in class, those that can make it. Oh, and I want to share, I didn't mention it yet, I'm going to be doing this on a Zoom call, okay? So we're going to record every class. So even if you have to miss a class, we will have a recording that you can see later, that you can either listen to or you can also see the video of, okay? So just so you know. All right, everyone, love and blessings. Have a great evening. And let's see if I can remember what I have to do now. Oh.